But at least now I'm in a place where a tow truck should be able to have a much easier time of getting me.
Welcome into episode 2 of season 2 of Project Blackbird. We left off with me on the side of the road, a car no-go, car overheated, and I was having to tow it over to my parents' house actually, so I can get this thing hopefully back on the road, which the first thing I purchased was a thermostat, so we're gonna get that popped in and hopefully that will fix car no-go issue. All right, I got him. What a crazy yesterday. This is the next day. I ran out of time yesterday. Now the real attempt starts. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to try and figure it out. I guess I'll just start taking things off and see how far I get with that. And what I'm referencing is the location for this thermostat. It's not in the ideal spot, so it's going to be pretty fun to get in. I freaking got it, look. Well, there's your problem, as Adam Savage would say. It's in there really tight, so I have to pry it out. But I think the seal just disintegrated over time. I gotta clean that up. But I gotta tell you, getting this back on, I think that's gonna be the hardest part. I didn't record any of me taking it off because it was just me cussing and trying to figure out how to do this, but it's been hours. One trip to AutoZone to get a part I didn't even need. It's too big. So that was a wasted trip. We're almost there though, we're almost there. We, in fact, were not almost there. However, I felt pretty good about my little hack on getting this bolt back into the thermostat housing. I think that worked. I think. I'm pretty sure that just worked. I think that just worked. Now I just gotta try and tighten it up. It did work. Yeah, baby. All I gotta do is reassemble it now and hope that was the issue. I don't know what else it could be. Maybe water pump, but wouldn't that be leaking if it was? So far, so good. It's been warming up for 5 minutes or so. Nowhere near overheating, so that's a good thing. Topped it off with some coolant, some water. I think I got it. Yeah, by now, it was already at 220 after only a couple of minutes.
12 seconds later.
Well, I turned it off, turned it back on, it wouldn't want to start. Now it's running really bad. Well, I guess it's a story for another day. Yeah, so the next day, I go back to the car and tackle spark plugs. Checking those, making sure those are okay. Checking the tips, see how they're firing. Are they good, are they bad? Maybe that's my issue. Maybe. I didn't record it because it was just 2 hours or so, maybe more, of me cussing out this thing. Getting the spark plugs out of this car is absolutely terrible. At least the passenger side, absolutely terrible. And while pulling these off, I found that they were not gapped. They're supposed to be at 45. They were at maybe 35, maybe a little bit less. I don't think that's the cause of it because I've been running on this for the last couple of years. So it clearly worked. At least the plus side is I got it gapped correctly. So right now I'm just gonna let it start up and see what happens. I noticed it wasn't until it was warmed up when I was running into some engine problems. Like it just wasn't running right. So I might have to let this run for a few minutes. And as always, let's see if the VATS is in our favor today. Nope. Oh, there we go. All right. It seems to be maybe running a little bit higher on the RPM, but not by much. Oh no, it's coming down. Okay. Yeah, see, it's not running right. Yeah, see, it's vibrating a little bit. Yeah, see, it's vibrating. It usually doesn't vibrate that much. So it wasn't the plugs, but I did notice in the plugs, they weren't firing right. They were very black. So it's a mixture issue. I don't know. On to the next attempt of fixing this. I don't know.
20 minutes later.
All right, I'm on my way to AutoZone because I might have figured out what was wrong with it. It was as simple as the air filter. When the radiator exploded, it got wet. It got super wet, and when I opened up the air filter, it was not. There were standing liquids inside, as well as a bunch of gunk. So I took that out, started the car up, let it run for a few minutes. Seemed to run just fine. Well, AutoZone did not have it. They didn't have the round type. So I'm off to Napa and see if they can help me. Well, where's the sign? There we go. They don't have them either. Off to the next stop, which I think I'm gonna go to the, what's it called? Advanced Auto Parts? Let's go to Advanced Auto Parts. Okay, so not a bust, only half a bust. They don't have it here, but they have it at another local store. So let's go find out. All right, they got it. It kind of looks small though. But maybe not. Maybe it's just, no, that's it. Yep, that's it. Sweet. All right, let's go back home and put this in, and we should be back in business, hopefully. Here's the old one. I don't know if I can see it. It's pretty wet from coolant. And I should have showed you what it looked like before. I totally didn't think about it, but the inside was like super gross. It got junk in there. It had a bunch of antifreeze. And so I'm thinking that was causing some of the main issues as to why the engine was running funny and not getting a clean mixture. Let's see how she does. It is idling kind of funky. I wonder if I take the air filter off and then take it for a drive and see how it does. Runs perfect without the air filter. Without the air filter installed, it's running perfect. Never mind. Nope. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. No clue.
The next day.
Next day, I think I figured it out though, maybe. The mass airflow sensor. I think that's what's wrong with it.
Ah, yes, the MAF sensor. The mass airflow sensor, to be exact. Remember in episode 1 where we looked at this and said, be careful?
What I can tell. Oh, apparently be careful of that thing. What the heck? Some sensor unit for the air? Let's be careful about that.
Well, we've arrived back to it, and we're going to replace it and see if that's it.
I just ran a quick test. I unplugged it and started it. It's not running right. I plugged it back in. It kind of ran worse. Ever so slightly. Could be a coincidence. I don't know. But maybe that's an indication that it's not working properly, and that's the issue. I don't know. I'm going to pull it out and take a look. But probably just replace it. All right. I cleaned the contacts. I don't think this is going to work. Or the sensor unit. I don't think it's going to work. Let's see. And I'm locked out. Good old VATS. All right, gotta wait 10 minutes.
Later.
Moment of truth. It's running smooth. It doesn't mean anything though. The engine is still cold, and I haven't had a chance to warm it up. But it is running smoother. But it's not really vibrating out of normal. The engine doesn't seem to be shaking. Well, I just took it off the street. It's a no-go. I think there's no power. I'm trying to go and car no go. It's like it's not getting the right mixture, and I'm pretty sure it is that sensor. So I'm gonna track down a replacement part, which it is very expensive, and go from there. However, I leave town in a couple of days for like a week, so it's gonna be at least another week or two before I can get back to this, sadly.
4 to 6 weeks later.
All right, let's get this thing in there. Hopefully, this is what's wrong with it. But in addition to that, I think the VAT system has officially failed. So if it's not one thing, it's another. But this could be the problem. We're gonna find out, put it in, and see if I can get the car started. Because the part I ordered for the VAT system, which I need to replace anyway, more accurately bypass, ordered the parts. They won't be here till like, I don't know, sometime next week. Hopefully maybe that's not the case. But let's get this in and see what happens. I'm not going to record this. I record this probably a couple of times. I'm just going to replace it and check back in with you. Whew, well, good news. It's running. The VAT system isn't a complete failed yet, but either way, I'm using the bypass parts. It needs to be done anyway. So I'm gonna let it warm up for a little bit, and then I'm gonna take it for a drive. But I'm thinking, I mean, it's already running smoother. So I was getting this weird vibration, like an air mixture maybe. So maybe it was the mass air sensor filter, or whatever the frig is called. Looks promising. Maybe the saga of this issue is over. It's already July and I haven't even been able to really take this out and enjoy it this season, if you will. But I'm gonna let it warm up for a few more minutes and take it for a quick spin and hope for the best.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Well, I was able to drive it. It starts, it runs, but that wasn't what was wrong with it. I have no idea what's wrong with it. It won't idle right. Like a mixture is wrong. Now I gotta pull the part back out and return it. To be continued, I suppose. So we're left at the end of 2024 not knowing what's wrong with the Firebird. I've tried so many different things to figure out why car no go and car still no go. Well, over on my other YouTube channel, which I do instant photography, I was just out and about, saw a really cool Camaro. It was just parked down the street from my house, took a picture of it, and then I decided to give that photo to the owner, which got me in touch with them. And his name is Dallas. He actually is a big Camaro Firebird guy, just a car guy in general. So I asked him if he would save me and help me figure out what is wrong with this car. So he came over and his determination was it's possibly the valve stem seals. There was oil on the spark plugs, on the inside of the spark plugs, which is awesome. Led me to an answer. Unfortunately, it's a little late in the year to do anything, so I had to wait till 2025 to start working on this again. And just you wait for what's coming. There's some crazy stuff that involves mechanics. So stay tuned for the next episode. We're almost caught up to the current status of the car. And as a little tease, at the date of the recording of this, it's actually 2025 right now. It is May 16th, I think. Yes, car still no go. But it might not be the case for much longer. So stay tuned for the next episode of Project Blackbird.